Ah, we got one.
What about us?
Fantastic. Ooh.
What kind of hairs?
Oh, they're so short. Who? Why? Ha!
I mean, I don't know. Something must have happened to him on his way home. He could be hurt. I mean, why hasn't he phoned? I don't know.
Okay.
God, I don't know. Could be anyone. Maybe someone followed him back from the pub. But why would he let them in? Doesn't make sense.
Hurt. Ooh! Oh, was that the first one? No. Wait, damn it.
Suicide? No. I mean, he would never do anything like that. He is not the kind of person to do anything like that. I mean, to hurt himself? No.
Okay.
Hurt someone? Yes. But everyone thinks that from time to time, right? You just want to lash out.
Almost filled the top row. Coffee. Ah,
Black coffee, thanks.
found it.
No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
Found the first one. We completed the first row. Okay, what's this?
No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water.
Water.
Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
Tea? Ah,
Could I have a cup of tea?
wonderful.
A cup of tea would be good, thanks. Just one sugar.
They probably have different tea orders and stuff.
Maybe a fresh cup of tea?
Yes. Let's get all these ones.
Just the one sugar. Thanks. Is that camera recording?
Weird.
Black no sugar. Thanks.
Ah, one of them has milk in their coffee and one of them doesn't. Good to know. I think I've already typed in drink, haven't I? Yeah. Refresh that. What else could we do in the early stages? Family. Ah, here's one.
Yeah? When I was at school. I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything though. I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till.
Okay. What about school? Ah, we've got another one.
Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, She was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck out for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear. She went mad. Get dressed this instant. So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready. Mum was amazed.
Mm-hmm. Ah.
No, you're talking to the wrong person if you think I'm some kind of slut. You think
Oh.
I'm the kind of person that would have had sex with all those guys.
Well, your twin is. Screw it. Ah.
Really? You're going to ask me about my sex life? I mean, isn't that private?
Detectives have to know everything, unfortunately. Sorry.
Are you married?
Married.
How
but
was
I'm
your
not.
sex life?
Yeah.
So, our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 10 years of marriage.
Married. Okay. Still so many. Brush. Oh wow, okay.
Look, on his clothes, that would make sense. He made it by hand. I mean, he brushes the silver onto the glass. It's not how they make mirrors these days. I mean, he made the mirror and he gave it to me.
Ah, we got another one. This is one at the end.
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We knew we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
Add that one to the sessions. That one is almost right at the end.
Well, fine, considering. I got back into the house today, and that was weird, knowing your people had been there through my things. It's like I'd been burgled. I mean, worse, obviously. I don't know. I haven't looked in the cellar yet. They sent a cleaner in. As good as new, he said. But they had to throw some stuff out. Couldn't get the blood out. And I'm still waiting to hear from the coroner so we can get a date set for the funeral. It's going to be a cremation.
Oh.
So,
Okay. Oh.
I wasn't in the house.
Wonderful. Okay. Ha!
Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I guess the Rock.
Oh yeah, the
You've
Rock.
spoken to everyone there.
The
Someone
pub
must
thing, I
have seen
think.
where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong. No, it's okay. The other detective has just gone to get me one.
Rock. Ha.
No, no one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone summoned you from the Rock.
Eh. No. What else? What else? What else? Barmaid.
No, Simon wasn't seeing another woman.
Ha. Got a few more.
Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so
Fairy
good to
tales.
me.
Look, try that.
Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it. Are any of these in colour? Do you have children? And the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends and Simon had a part-time job there too. That was Eric's generosity. He was always good at helping out other people's children. Simon was quiet, more thoughtful than the other boys. Even then, he had a sense of craftsmanship. Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time. You know? Plus, he had that look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my books.
Haha. Well, I need a new page. So I'll do that. Just in case I need to write stuff.
Simon never cheated on me. He was devoted to me, and I was devoted to him. Nothing in life is easy. We were good to each other. Life isn't a fairy tale. You do what you can.
Weekends.
Well, a week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
We got helping.
Yeah, we were 17. It was a nice wedding, people said. Simon looked very handsome in the photos. His parents paid for everything, but he's an only child, so it was important to them. It was what they called a shotgun wedding, but if you looked at the photos, you couldn't tell. The dress was beautiful. It looked like Princess Diana's. The train wasn't quite as long, though. There's a great photo of the bridesmaid helping to carry it out of the car.
Okay. boys. We got another one.
I wouldn't say that. It could be passionate. It's just, it was more than that. It wasn't just sex like I had been with the other boys.
Rush. Book. No. Okay. Devoted. Easy. Ah.
Yes, it was a cremation for the best. We both wore black and had veils, so it was easy. And after the funeral, everyone came back to the house. Hannah served up sandwiches, and I stayed out of sight.
Oh, so they even did it during the funeral too. Easy, hard.
I don't see how it's hard. We've established I was in Glasgow when he was killed. We've spoken with the hospital.
Hospital. Difficult. No. Life.
Then my parents died. It was the worst year of my life. A miscarriage and then my parents. Oh, tastes fine to me. As long as it's black and strong, I'm good.
Birthday.
Yes, that's my birthday. Not one of the big ones, but I guess you can see that.
Will it do numbers? Yeah, but... Wedding. Ha.
Yeah. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow, so we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognised me, I started wearing a wig. Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant, but I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers, drunk guys I'd met in clubs, parks and alleyways. I was 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
Ah, we have another one.
Ask the hospital.
Yeah. Another one from the end.
The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper, curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was, dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there.
Ooh. She did kill the parents so that they'd have a place to stay. She killed the parents so that she could just stay in the attic. Here's another one.
Can you arrest someone who doesn't exist?
Oh, loads.
Like I said, I think I was popping out to get something, ran out of something, had to grab something. I sometimes drive too fast. If you want, you can arrest me for that.
Mm.
Can I leave? Are you going to arrest me? No. They'd laugh you out of the building. A lawyer would make mincemeat of you.
Oh. One more from the end. This must be the start of the
This is where
full
you take people
confession.
when it's time to arrest them.
Oh wow. If that starts there, then we've got loads with her in the white shirt.
Yes. No lawyer. What are you going to arrest me for?
Let's try. Lawyer. Yeah, another one.
Yes. I understand my rights. No, I don't need a lawyer.
Okay. That was the next one. Ooh, more info on the wig.
A wig? You mean... what type of wig?
Or not.
No, I've never worn a wig. What kind of wig?
Another
This
one.
was about 9. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry. The kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise. I had my wig on from performing and she tore it off. Eventually, we grew tired of fighting and I left.
I'm writing down as many words as I can, just in case. Park. Punished. Let's see if she talks any more about this. No. Move. We got one more for move.
Then she told me she wanted to help more. She said I should move in with her. She would come clean with Simon about me. I was family. I couldn't have a baby in a bedsit. I told her I didn't want to tell Simon. Told her to wait for the time being.
Ah. Fast. Oh, one more.
When beautiful people died, we always felt like it was a sign. You remember Princess Grace? Grace Kelly? She died in a car crash the year before we met Simon. We used a Ouija board to speak to her, and that gave us the power to find him. That's what we thought then. that people who die tragically leave some kind of magic behind. We used to share dreams. We used to wake up and write them down in our diaries immediately and compare them.
Yeah, here's another one.
It's like I told you before, I drove. I took the car and drove. I don't have my own car, but I have a spare set of keys. I just drove north. I wanted to think for some space between me and them. Everything I told you before is true. I stopped at Glasgow. I was tired, exhausted. I pulled out and I hit a car. My car was okay, but I was worried about the baby, so I went to A&E to get the okay. Everything was fine. Slept in the car. When I woke, I tried to call Hannah from a payphone. She wasn't answering. And then I decided to drive back. I had decided that she was more important to me than Simon.
The other girl's story was that she went there, and then the other guy was concerned and took her to A&E, and then she called Simon, not the sister. Oops, that is not how you spell magic. Ha! Magic.
I think it was that time, the first time at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant. Amazing, right? This fucking magic sperm. And they say lightning doesn't strike twice. I didn't tell him. I missed 3 periods. I had pretty irregular periods anyway, but 3. I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us. I didn't tell him. Just waited. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday, and I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. I think she was.
Ooh. Ah.
I think when I drove back it was about 8 or something. And I got back to the house about 3. Let me see. Yes. I drove in here because I remember well I went over the river. And then there was a church there. Yeah. And I probably parked. Well, I remember seeing a street sign called Princess Street. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it must be this one. There.
That's her telling them where she was. Well, one of them. Do. I'd say we're about 3/4. Aha, we got more.
Yes.
3/4 of the way
I
there.
always pull it shut and then lock the bigger lock with the key. No, I don't think it was. I turned the key, but it was already unlocked.
Detective, another achievement. Keys. Ha.
No, he was as shy as me. I asked a friend to ask him out for me. We had our first date at the Odeon in North End. We went to see Risky Business. I had on my one best dress. Simon paid. He bought me a Whisper. And I was worried about getting chocolate on my teeth.
I have Whisper Gold. Now I'm hungry. Now I want to eat it. North, we just did that. think. Space. No more. Tell. Ah, another one.
I thought it maybe sounds suspicious. It's not a normal thing to do, to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple. I know it was stupid not to tell you everything. Saying I spent the night in Glasgow when my husband went missing, I thought it would, distract you from what was important. It's different now. Now he's
dead. Let's type in the number. Damn it, I have to type in the numbers. I can't just do the number.
I think so. I mean, to get into our garden, we'd have to climb through other gardens. All the gardens back onto each other, so you'd have to climb over 1, 2, 3 gardens to get to ours. I mean, did anyone see anything? Did anyone see anyone come and go? An intruder?
I don't know. Refresh. Almost filled the second row. Let's just type in all the numbers. Oops. Wonderful.
That should eliminate me as a suspect. If I was in Glasgow, can't be in 2 places at once.
Can if you're a twin. Oh, we got another one.
You must be
Hey,
desperate, Louise, if you're
thank
getting
you for the
hung up over
follow.
6-month-old speeding tickets.
Welcome. Welcome. Oh, we got another number one.
I didn't. I slept in the car. I left about 9 that night. I wasn't there.
Okay. Right, I'm gonna stop at 10 though. Maybe I shouldn't.
Good. Happy. I mean, ups and downs like any couple, I guess.
How's it going?
We've been married for over 10 years.
Ah! I found one.
Nothing else happened that night. We talked, then I said goodbye. Then next week I was singing in the bar again, and there he was. And again the next week.
Singing.
He offered to buy me a meal. I told him I had already eaten, and so we got chips and ate them on the beach instead. When we said goodbye, he asked me to kiss him. Romantic.
Kiss. 2 more. Wait, where was that one? Ooh, down here. Okay, we got more.
Yes. I thought about telling Hannah. I felt guilty after the kiss.
Guilty.
Then it began to feel like this was the way it should be. Sharing, like we had before. He never mentioned her to me. There was the Simon with me and the Simon with her. It was almost like it was a different Simon. But
That's the next one.
after the kiss, the next time, he took me back to the house, to our parents' house, to their house. So, it was definitely him. I sometimes think he wanted to get caught to prove to himself that we were different people. He told me about his marriage, told me how his wife was completely different to me. I almost burst out laughing.
Okay.
Nothing like this has ever happened to me before. The blood. It's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me. She was sat behind him. She had my wig on. And she'd been there all day. And she had blood on her. And she was in shock.
Shock.
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig,
Waited.
some of my clothes,
Clothes.
pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present. Another mirror.
We know the story. It's just whether or not it's going to be other little things that we still don't know. But, damn. That was fun. I've been going for almost 3 hours. So I think I am going to stop there.